Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-o-matic presentation and recording for the first half of the warm-up packet cycle that we just started for these sets of corresponding lessons. Please remember before we begin that your task here is to copy down the question and the answer in full and to format your answer in a different colored font. Let's go ahead and get started. From Monday and Tuesday from 2.8 and 2.9, identify and explain 6 notable changes that China experienced under Tang and Song China. These are from the years of 618 to 1279. So before we get started, in this lesson we're going to learn more about how China changed and of course additionally some of the cultural aspects that define Chinese culture. What I want you to know is this: leadership changes dramatically during this time period. New dynastic families brought new governing styles and political rules and different philosophies too. And in many ways they worked for the dynasty and the people of China. Administration also would change too. Chinese government created new bureaucratic institutions and positions, and they often hired people for those positions based off of merit, character, and knowledge. Additionally, military was really important too, as China's military expanded greatly and became a really dominant force throughout much of Asia. The dominant military class that did form placed great honor in being part of the military. Additionally, expansion came with that too. China spread across the north, across the west, down into Southeast Asia too, and became of course what we now know today as modern-day China. Additionally, several key inventions were so important for Chinese history. China experienced a golden age under the Song and Tang years, with new inventions and innovations that would change life for the better. Lifestyles too were also really important, and you would see more signs of cultural lifestyles for different types of classes that would form and take on different roles. As new classes formed around their specific roles in society, like merchants, traders, governors, farmers, and even peasants, they would all bring their own cultural sense to what it meant to be Chinese during this period of time. Let's move on to the next question of the day for Thursday and Friday. From 211 to 212, we're going to be learning about the Mongols. Who exactly are the Mongols, and how did they shape Asia's and world's history forever? Be specific. So basically, the Mongols are known for being one of the most notorious empire builders and, I guess you could say, dominators for the time, and for much of world history. Here's what I want you to know about them before we get started with the lesson. The Mongols are the nomadic peoples of Mongolia and Northern Asia, and they ruled the world. This might seem like a stretch to say for those of you guys who really know your history, but the fact is that they established a successful empire across much of Asia and honestly much of the world. The rulers themselves were powerful leaders who established legitimacy with effective and powerful rule and administration. Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan were incredibly beneficial at ruling and ruling efficiently. In terms of the military, the Mongols used the most advanced fighting tactics and weapons to expand their empire, and they did that pretty handily. Additionally, in terms of governing, they established effective bureaucracy over all conquered peoples. And so they regulated trade, they controlled the Silk Road quite well, and in doing so, they were able to control much of the international markets for that time, thus making themselves even more prosperous. Inventions too, of course, involve the Mongol legacy: common currency, the common language, although what makes them notable is that they were actually really tolerant of any and all religions that happened to be appearing under the empire, as long as they were subservient to Mongol rule. Now, what brought about their downfall? Some historians say that their empire just collapsed because it was just too big to rule and rule efficiently. Although we don't know if that's the main reason, we can deduce that because the different Khanites would form over time and different types of inter-party fighting would be evident, this of course did not help Mongol continuity. So like the Romans, in many ways, the Mongols experienced their downfall through some of the similar historical reasons. So there you guys have it. Those are the questions and the answers for the first week of the new cycle that we're in. Thank you very much for tuning in, and good luck with completing the rest of the warm packet when it's posted.